one of the common mistakes when people hear about Ho'oponopono is they think they need to say it to what they think is the problem, which is often their spouse, their employer, the neighbor. You know, they focus on something. And in Ho'oponopono, those things don't actually exist.
Right, they don't matter at all.
They're projections from inside of you that are living out your own limiting beliefs and your own issues. So in a way, they're a gift. But you don't go to them and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. In fact, you mentioned the therapist. Dr. Hulen was his name. When he was at the Hawaii State Hospital for the criminally insane, he didn't focus on any of those patients. He would look at their charts and he would notice how he felt inside himself. And sometimes these were violent criminals. And so sometimes he was repulsed. Sometimes he was angry. Sometimes he was in shame. What he focused on removing were those feelings. He wasn't trying to directly influence or change the patients. Therapists have been trying that for decades.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, they've been. Those patients were shackled and sedated on a regular basis because nobody could handle them. And so what Dr. Hulen was doing with Ho'oponopono was going inside himself and noticing that I'm not at peace here. I'm not at the great something or the great secret. I am disturbed, and here's what I'm disturbed about. And you're not saying it's the other person, you're saying that the other person, the mirage, triggered you, but the trigger's in you.
Yes.
Trigger's in you. And so Ho'oponopono was about dissolving the trigger. Because when we dissolve the trigger, which is in me, then I get closer to the awakening. I get closer to enlightenment. I get closer to the great secret. And also, magically, mysteriously, I don't know how to explain this at this point, they change anyway. Those mentally ill criminals started to get better. They started to be released. After 4 years, that particular ward was closed. But he didn't focus on healing them. He focused on healing him.